So, you're making lefse?
Yeah.
Cool. So what's the recipe here for you have mashed potatoes.
Leftover mashed potatoes.
And then you add a little flour to it?
A little flour and a little oil.
A little oil? Is there any kind of ratio to it, or?
Do it all by feel.
Okay.
Any ideas from Collins' committee? Collins' version likely has little chance of passing with Republicans controlling both houses. Former aide to Governor Walker has been.
And does that paddle have any special name to it, or?
Stick.
Okay.
Turning stick.
Anything else that may have contributed to this person being in this position? Those are the types of details we need to be able to promote this program. At this point,
But we're not allowed to know who this person is, so how do we know what put him in that position?
Dainty.
Oh.
Not dainty. Dull.
So it's looking good now. It's bubbly all and everything.
I think I gotta do something by the end of this.
We need to sand it off.
In our small community that we need to stick together. So we thought of this idea and it went off and it's been awesome and everyone.
So what do you do with your lefse?
Has been really supportive.
I mean, besides eat it.
Make codfish.
Make codfish, and we wrap little fish up in the
Cream codfish.
And then for those that are wusses, you take some melted butter and some brown sugar. That's kind of a dessert one. You wrap it up kind of like a jelly roll. Eat it like that. It's just basically a potato. I don't know that you call it a potato pancake. It's just lefse.
Flatbread.
But yeah, it's a flatbread. Take your leftover mashed potatoes and you put flour into it till it's soft but still holds its shape. Is that what we're looking for?
Yeah, it's not super sticky. This one is a little stickier than what I like. I should have a cloth on my that would prevent it from sticking.
On the rolling pin?
Yeah. And it's a special rolling pin up there.
You're not going to use the special rolling pin though?
No.
Your one-stop shop for home improvement projects and more.
It'll take a second or two for it to cool down.
Played halfback in college. Coached all our games. He's a huge fan. Never missed the game. No, never missed the game. So when we won that jackpot at Ho Chunk, we got right to work. Yeah. What do you think, Dad? Just say that you're sitting in the front row. Ho Chunk Gaming. Yeah, making more Wisconsin dreams come true. You'll love your kitchen more than ever after the kitchen sale. This week only at the Brothers Maine. We drop prices on refrigerators, ranges, dishwashers.
And when you know to flip it, when it kind of bubbles up like that?
Like Maytag or
Yeah.
Frigidaire. If your kitchen needs an upgrade, don't miss these unbelievably low prices. These deals only last till Sunday, so don't delay. You won't find better prices anywhere else. That's my promise.
And this is Norwegian?
Yeah.
That's what the Norwegians did after the potato was introduced. I wonder what we did before the potato was introduced. Hey, Ellie girl.
And now, this sweet weather brought to you by McDonald's. With any size, with some sugar sweet tea for just $1, it's easy to find. The simple joy of pursuing happiness.
Didn't get it too much bigger than that.
A lot of times I get judged just on holding
Your
the dog out.
lefse
I want to go
board has a cloth. This is a cloth, and it's got measuring out so you can tell what size you want. Is there? Do they make a special pan or anything for Lefse, or basically?
My grandmother always did it on top of the stove, her wood stove.
Just
Never on a pan, just on the burner.
on the top of the wood stove.
Yeah.
On like a kitchen range or
Like
what?
your store.
Like the one out in the
Yeah.
summer kitchen. And
right now is at 10 degrees below zero.
how long did you have that? A kitchen, obviously not that one, but the kitchen stove. Did you have a gas range and electric range all the whole time, or
Where's that at Grandma's?
at Grandma's?
No, hers was always wood stove.
Wood stove.
In fact, you look across the Midwest, temperatures are still well below zero.
So this is just on a. Do you grease that pan or anything, or just
I started greasing it, but I don't know
after it
that
gets hot enough?
Completely clear skies here. The next weather system starting
Good, well-seasoned cast iron should have kind of a non-stick coating to itself anyway.
Tomorrow, this just kind of is a glancing blow, but
Yeah,
at least it'll warm us up a little.
That's it. That's really it. That's how you do make Lefse.
The northern portion of the Midwest, right down and almost to the Gulf Coast, is dividing line. This one here divides.
You can buy an electric skillet around one flat
Temperatures in the 50s.
to make Lefse with, but
Notice across the rest of the Midwest.
I guess I've got one downstairs, but I never use it.
In some cases below zero with wind chills, still down to 20 to 25 degrees below zero in the northern portion of the Midwest. And as we look at the high-resolution future track, expect skies to be partly cloudy for tonight. Then this next weather system comes in from the west, perhaps giving us a few flurries of snow, but not much else. Other than that, it looks like we're going to stay colder than normal all the way through.
And it's almost kind of a holiday. It's in the winter time, but I think that's because it's made with potatoes, and that's kind of a winter fare.
I think if you Norwegian, you might eat it more often.
Sometimes they puff up like that one, but not usually. And then they go back down. It's usually just plain flatbread. And then you roll stuff into it. And because Norway is...
Lutefisk is what you usually do, and rutabaga and potatoes and ham.
So, do you want to tell everybody what lutefisk is?
Fish soaked in lye. Otherwise, I don't know much about it, except I know it's soaked in lye.
And that's how it's preserved, as it's put in lye.
The First Lady's red chiffon and velvet inaugural ball was designed by Jason, who also designed her first inaugural dress. Jennifer Hudson joined the first couple
Roll
on
it there.
stage to serenade them during their first dance. Michelle Obama's dress and accessories will be sent.
You just kind of make yourself an assembly line like such.
Office and the president's speech are the main events in any inauguration. Jim Reed looks at everything else, remembering personalities.
It's usually you have a nice meal, and it was my brother and my nephew's birthday, and so we made mashed potatoes for the meal, and then after that, then you have the leftover mashed potatoes that you. So it's like after Christmas or after Thanksgiving or after you have a meal with a lot of people at it that you've made a lot of potatoes for, mashed taters. Have you ever made it out of flaked potatoes, like dried?
No.
We never need to because we've always got potatoes.
It should be good enough. You can see your hand through it.
I could when you first picked it up, but you
Like
got
that.
you got to look at it through the light. Very thin. Oh, there, now I can see your hand through it. So really, it's just a simple way of doing it. It's easier with the stick than it would be like without, like.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which is just simply it's got the little Norwegian design on it, but it's just a little flat stick. Anybody sees this and says, "Oh, I know what the name of that stick is," you can tell me.
Lefse stick.
It's a Lefse stick. Most cultures have some sort of flatbread that they have. The Norwegians are no exception.
Answer some of your online questions, and the answers might really surprise you. News 3 Sports highlights outstanding stories in local high school athletics as we salute our prep media.
I'm sorry, what?
If you'd like to nominate a high school team, go to the sports page, channel 3.
It might be cool. The thing might be cooling off a little bit.
Madison College.
Well, I guess that's about it, guys. You take your leftover potatoes, mix it with a little flour and some oil until you get it just stiff,
Salt.
and some salt. Well, unless you're me and you don't like salt.
Now get a big 60-inch TV free.
No, you put salt in it.
Furniture purchase. Or get this 50-inch LG TV free with
And then
$99 purchase.
you want it just enough so it holds together, not too sticky.
American, helping you get it right.
And then some people just eat it plain like this. It's just potato bread.
And lots of them, just like right here at the Princeton Club. The Princeton Club is open 24 hours
And then
a day, spotlessly clean,
and we just make little globbies of it that get rolled into, they'll end up getting rolled into little balls to make it easier to roll it out. And really, that's it. Lefse's very easy to make. It's just a cultural thing that
all of us in the test
I think if you were raised in Minnesota and Wisconsin,
and today, Lexi,
you probably got a lot of
is going to share a question from one of our readers.
I'm always having for breakfast.
This is the best part of my job, helping people have fun in the kitchen. Sharon wrote, I love all kinds of veggies, but my husband says he'll only eat them if they're steamed. I've heard about roasting veggies,
cleaning
but I've
the
never tried it.
pan
Do you have
off.
any tips?
Thanks, Lexi.
And we clean the pan off so we don't get little burnt pieces on it, or?
Well, it gets filled up with flour.
Okay.
Mine does anyway.
Natural sweetness, and all we need to do is chunk up some veggies, like carrots and parsnips, cauliflower,
Anyway, so that's it, really.
sweet onions, and of course peppers.